Hi everyone, my name is Oroma P. Reynolds. I am the founder and owner of a special education law firm called MSR Legal and Consulting Services based out of New York. I have been practicing special education law pretty much since I graduated from law school, so that was a very, very long time ago. And since then, I've represented families, which is what I do right now, representing parents of children with disabilities or special learning needs. But I've also represented school boards, including the New York City Department of Education, one of the largest school districts in the country. And I've represented suburban school boards, particularly with special education matters, and most recently, before opening up MSR Legal, I worked for a private school network that focused on children on the autism spectrum. So I do come with a wealth of experience to this practice, and what I do with this YouTube channel and my Instagram and Twitter is part of my community outreach and community education, just to put information out there to families, just so that they're aware that they do have rights, especially with respect to the possibility of challenging the appropriateness of their child's special education program. So that is primarily what I do and what MSR Legal is all about. So I am trying to regularly put forth an episode every Friday evenings. I did not get to do it last Friday, but I am making up for it over the weekend. So my latest blog post happens to be about a development in the realm of education policy making, which has the potential to impact children with special needs. So what you see on your screen here is my homepage for MSR Legal. If you toggle over to this link, Special Needs Parenting and the Coronavirus, that is where all of my blog posts from March 2020 to the present are housed. These are blog posts about covering a range of topics that would be of interest to parents who are parenting a child who has special education needs or special needs in general. And the aim is to keep on top of any of the policy developments, the changing landscape of special education, because as parents, that's all we really want to do is stay on top of everything and make sure we're understanding what's going on, what our leaders are contemplating, and making sure that our rights are protected. And a huge part of that for families is knowing exactly what your rights are. So today's blog post is about a bill that has been introduced in the U.S. House of Representatives by a congressman from New York State named Jamal Bowman. And I was intrigued when I heard about this because there is money, dollars specifically, appropriated for the IDEA. That's the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. The acronym is IDEA, and that is the hallmark of special education law and what we practice as special education attorneys. So that's what caught my attention when I learned about this bill, was that there was money potentially earmarked to support school districts in carrying out, this very, very important effort in making sure that they're complying with the IDEA. And there's also money appropriated for school districts to work together as a consortium, of course, as a consortium regionally to develop plans for promoting equity in education, and those plans are permitted to include goals about increasing funding and resources and personnel, staffing, as well as creating better access to high quality curricula and other educational opportunities for children with disabilities. So this is a bill that I'll be, following and keeping track of because of that potential impact on all of us parents in this community of special education and parenting a child with special needs. So that's today's episode, a couple of days late. On your screen, you can see this purple button. I am offering consultations via email, the initial consultations, to have very quick questions answered about, legal information impacting a child's special education, programming and services. So I encourage families who are interested to click that button, and that will lead you to a contact page. I'll do that here to demonstrate, where you can enter in, some basic contact information, and I will be able to get back to you. So thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Continue to follow us on social media. I'll be blogging periodically and regularly. That's probably the better term, but also on Instagram and Twitter as well. So, thanks again for listening. Have a great week. Enjoy the week ahead. And we should be back on Friday evening. Take care.